Hey, ladies, welcome to another episode of Blossom and Grow, the podcast that helps you create the future self that you want by starting today. How are you ladies doing today? I would love to know. Go ahead and drop a comment if you would like. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. And if this is your first time viewing my podcast, I appreciate you for tuning in for the first time. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about the storm. Let's get into it. So what I mean by the storm is we all know how in the springtime it's typically a lot of rain. And when I say a lot of rain, it is a lot of rain. The whole week could be filled with rain, you know? um and a lot of people typically don't like the rain. It's like, okay, this rain is messing up my plans. I'm ready for the sunshine. I'm ready to get up out this rain, get up out this storm. So I, I can experience some sun and experience everything else that the weather has to offer instead of this rain. I'm not gonna lie, for a long time I did not like the rain. I'm like, I like it if I can be inside and I can look at a little thunderstorm. If I gotta go outside in it, no, I don't want it. Give it to somebody else. Double it and give it to the next person. But no, seriously. So a lot of us don't typically like the storm, but during the springtime, that's basically preparation for the flowers, the trees, the grass to, blossom and grow. So it's definitely necessary for the rain, for that storm to come during that season of the year in order for us to get the plants that we basically need throughout the year in order for them to blossom the way that they need to. And it's the same thing with us. In life, sometimes we go through different seasons that requires us to be in a storm. It requires us to be in that rain. And all that is basically preparation for our next season sometimes. So if you are in a season to where you feel like, oh my goodness, there's so much stuff going on, like why is this happening? Maybe start change your perspective. Change your perspective to what could I be learning in this season right now? How can whatever's going on in this season with me now help me in my next season? Because one thing you don't want to do is not learn what you need to learn now, and then you get your next blessing and you end up fumbling it because you weren't prepared with the things that you were going through in the past to now sustain the blessing that you now have. So instead of looking at the storm, the rain as an inconvenience to you, look at it as, a learning lesson. Like, I encourage you to maybe make a list. Make a list of, what you could be learning in this season. You know, what could God be teaching you in this season that will prepare you for your next season? And try to learn what you need to learn now in this season of the storm, just so you don't end up having to repeat the cycle. Because just say you do end up getting that next opportunity and then you end up fumbling it and now you're back in a storm and you're trying to learn something that you didn't learn the first time. So, yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to change your perspective and don't always look at the rain as a bad thing, you know, because it definitely can help you grow and blossom. It can help you mature. And when you are maturing and when you are growing, it's not always going to be comfortable. Whenever you're growing, maturing, learning something new, it's not always going to be comfortable because you've never done it before. If you always stay comfortable in the same spots that you've always been in life, personally, I believe that means that you're not growing. Um Y'all want to know what song popped into my head while I was just recording this podcast that I didn't even think about before when I was writing my notes? Um, I think is Can You Stand the Rain? I have to look up who it's by. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it goes, sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Do do do. Don't talk about my singing. I won't even sing it for real, but I didn't warm up. So that's why I sound like that. But that's what song came into my mind when I was recording this. Have y'all ever heard that song before? But no, like that part is definitely true. Can you stand the rain? Sunny days, what everybody want, but baby, you need to go through that rain. Can you go through the rain? Let me stop. Let me stop. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to watch this episode of Blossom and Grow today. If you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and drop in the comments, I am stronger than the storm, because you are. And, don't let whatever season that you're going through, even though it does seem very rainy, don't let it get you down, because you got this, girl. You definitely got it, and you're gonna get through it. And just keep going. You got this. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see a new video weekly.